Greetings everyone, my name is Atterville, and I welcome you all to my Let's Play of Mega Man Unlimited. It's a Mega Man fan game designed and created by MegaPhilX, with music by Kevin P. And boy, what an expansive fan game it is. And to be fair, this fan game has been developing for over 5 years, and was released in 2011. It was originally designed to be Mega Man 10, but ever since Mega Man 10 got released, its name got changed to Mega Man Unlimited. And here's the intro of this game. Basically the CD goes up in explosions once again. And once more, Dr. Wily says he's not responsible, and he doesn't know what caused his robots to go berserk. He wishes to work with Dr. Light to fix the issue. Well, Dr. Light doesn't have that much of a choice. Dr. Wily being sincere, isn't this the third or fourth time this happened? It appears some other force is controlling the robots. And this is new. Dr. Wily's been kidnapped by a somewhat familiar shadowy force. Oh well, there's our objective for this game, the first one at least. Rescue Dr. Wily and destroy the 8 Robot Masters. And here's one of our antagonists. Those eyes looks very familiar from an earlier Mega Man game. I won't spoil it until the end, but it's one of our known characters. And as such, here's the title screen. I'll be playing to version 1.1.0. Now, there's a speedrunner version of this game which undid some of the fixes, especially for speedrunners, but of course, I'll be going with the classic version. And once 1.2 gets released, I'll do that as well. Now, I kind of hinted at doing this LP back in my last LP of Mega Man Rock Force, as I really want to do a comparison between the big 3 Mega Man fan games, those being Rock Force, Unlimited, and Revolution. So, it's time to do Mega Man Unlimited. We have 3 difficulty settings, and of course, I'll be going with the original. Easy makes the game more easy, and Instant Death is Instant Death. Here's our 8 Robot Masters: Trinitro Man, Jet Man, Tank Man, Nail Man, Glue Man, Yoyo Man, Comet Woman, and Rainbow Man. Of course, there are 3 great starting points, but I'll be starting with Comet Woman, mainly because of her nice special weapon, as well as relatively simple stage design. And here we are. Comet Woman's stage is basically a space station, and we all know what that means: low gravity. And of here, the Mets are teamed based off their laser guns, so you have to be quick on the draw for killing them, as within a few milliseconds, or a few hundred milliseconds to be precise, they'll fire a straight beam of laser towards you. That's one of the things I like about this game as well, the fact that each Met is teamed in a different way for almost all the stages. Here are the spine analogs. They're kind of annoying to deal with, as you can't tell when they'll be able to shoot at you, but you can shoot at them to temporarily stun them. Here's the next gimmick. These electric sparks, which can block your shots, as well as there being ice physics in this stage. Oh yeah, we're combining low gravity with ice physics, so be careful. The interesting thing is though, momentum is not carried by the ice when you jump, so use that if you want to do precision movement. The tellies make a return, and those flying robots, when they release their electrical pulses to the ground, it breaks up and splits into a shockwave, which travels left and right. There's a checkpoint. It's kind of odd that the checkpoint is placed right before a hazard. Usually they're placed after a hazard. Oh well. Also, you may have noticed there are quite a few spikes in this stage. Well, this is somewhat of a common theme in this fan game, that there being a lot of instant death traps. It's a little bit trigger happy in that regard, but it's quite better than the original version in several respects. These turrets will rise up and lower, and depending on what position they are, they'll fire the spread of 2 pellets either upwards or downwards. Be careful while traversing the ice, so that your momentum doesn't propel you into spikes. But really though, if you carefully pace your jumps, this stage isn't too bad. That's why I wanted after it first. Yeah, another good stage to start would be Tank Man, mainly because of simple stage design and whatnot. We can't get an E-Tank until we destroy Nitro Man, Tri-Nitro Man, or Tank Man, so have to skip that. Anyways, as usual, here are the bios for each Robot Master from Mega Man Knowledge Base. This time for Comet Woman. Comet Woman has been created to research outer space. She can reach outstanding speeds using her powerful propulsor, but she can't fly as fast as she wants to within the atmosphere, since she would overheat from the air friction. She likes to race against Jetman. The good point is that she is imaginative. A bad point is that she's a tomboy. She likes looking at the sky, but dislikes being down to earth. Anyways, here's Comet Woman herself. Her tactics involve either using the Comet Dash, shown here, where she jumps up and then flies to the left or right side of the screen, which then releases 2 pulses diagonally from the opposite side, but it leaves a big blind spot, which makes it pretty easy to dodge. Another one is when she fires this orb next to you. And these orbs will circle around the Mega Man, and after a while they'll spread up and release themselves, either horizontally or vertically. If it's vertical, just slide. If it's horizontal, jump over it. These pulses can also block your pellets, so keep that in mind. Kind of a mistake here, as I could have perfect run Comet Woman by avoiding that. Other than that, she's down. Not too bad of a first boss, other being Tank Man. Though, bosses get more difficult on from here. Though, in comparison to Rock Force and Revolution, I would say the bosses here in Unlimited are relatively easier. It's the stages though that are killer. So Mega Man gets the Comet Dash, which is basically Mega Man jumps, or doesn't jump, dashes to whichever direction he's pointing to, which makes him temporarily invulnerable to instant death traps and being able to destroy a lot of enemies in one hit, as well as releasing 2 pellets above and below him. They're pretty nice. Anyways, time to move on to the next Robot Master, Yoyo Man. Now, if I was following the weakness chain, I would have gone after Jetman, but as I wanted to go after the easy ones first, as well as getting the Yoku letters being essentially the beat letters of this game, I decided to go here next. Over here we already saw some of the skate bots as well as turrets. The skate bots basically skate next to you, and once you get close to them, they'll try jumping over you. So slide under them, and they'll release a yo-yo at you. So basically jump over that, and immediately rapid fire to destroy them. Of course, if you're fast enough with your trigger finger, you can destroy them before they even fired off their yo-yo. That spike balls rise up in certain areas, like here, so be careful to not be caught by them. These are also spine analogs in a sense. To destroy them, basically fire their mini orbs that are traveling up and down. They only fall in 3 or 4 hits, so they're pretty nice. Those cannons fire bouncy balls, which after a certain period will explode into 4 pellets in diagonal positions. Please note you can actually destroy those balls as well with your pellet shot, but be careful as they'll split into 4 balls with that. The other gimmick of this stage are these platforms. If you jump on them, they'll either rise up or fall down. Just be careful not to propel yourself into spikes. But really though, this stage is a little bit a leg up from Comet Woman, but it's relatively simple. Especially considering that if you have the Comet Dash, which means you can pass through these spiky balls with no problem. Anyways, time for his bio. In his quest to design an even more powerful robot, Dr. Wily invented a very advanced type of blade that could cut through anything. But he wanted his enemies to be caught off guard, so he designed Yoyo Man. His harmless appearance often makes him the subject of jokes, but his yo-yo cutter is highly versatile and deadly. His whole body is designed to cut down anything in his path. A good point is that he's persistent. A bad point is that he's irritable. He likes performing tricks, but he dislikes kids. That dislike point will be kind of ironic near the end of the game. And by his bio, one of the reasons why I want to go after him next is because his weapon, the yo-yo cutter, it's very useful for a lot of areas in the game. But I'll go into that when we get it. Also, a nice shortcut from using that platform. Rush can stand on those spikes so you can throw yourself upwards. Careful jumping here will take you to the boss. Now, unlike Common Woman, where her stage and boss are relatively simple, Yoyo Man is difficult to say the least. It's mostly a reaction battle. Basically, he has 3 or 4 sets of attacks, one of which when he fires these 2 yo-yos, one of which is above, one of which is below. Depending on which one comes first, you either jump over it or slide under it. Just be careful of not getting hit when they come back to him. The other one is when he locks himself onto the ceiling, swinging around, and releases yo-yos from the left and right. Basically, to dodge it, when he's jump over the yo-yos, and be careful when they're coming back to him so you don't get hit by the repel. The most annoying one is this one, where he fires a spread of these 2 yo-yos at the diagonal part of the screen, or your current position, so you have to make sure to jump at precision movements, otherwise you'll get hit by the backlash. But really, once you get the hang of it, it isn't too bad. Though it costed me several test runs before, as shown here, but thankfully his yo-yos don't do too much damage, unlike the certain next boss which I'll be going after. Anyways, now that we defeated Yoyo Man, we have obtained the yo-yo cutter. Now the yo-yo cutter is basically this game's version of the metal blade. It can slide, though with the added advantage that it can slide across the walls and floors, though unlike the metal blade, it has limited range before it returns back to Mega Man. But that makes it useful under certain regards. Anyways, we've defeated Comet Woman and Yoyo Man. Next part, we're going after 2 more Robot Masters. Thanks for watching, viewers, and have a nice day. Doodles!